Whether you are someone with a lot of experience or just getting started in Dead by Daylight, there's no escaping that DBD can be a very frustrating game. If you've watched any of my videos, you've seen what this game can do to people. Now, I am definitely not perfect. I have definitely had my moments in Malding, but a lot of people ask me how I can play the game and not get tilted. So I decided to make this guide in hopes that it can help people enjoy the game in a more casual setting. So get your notebooks and let's get right into it. Tip number 1, play to win, expect to lose. Everyone plays to win in Dead by Daylight, but if your expectation is to only win, you are playing the wrong game. The balance of pressure in DBD is one that can tilt in either way depending on a wide variety of factors, including maps, palette and window RNG, killers and killer perks. Games can slip out from you for even the strongest of Swifts, so set realistic expectations and just focus on doing your best and improving. Understanding this can really help soften the blow of a loss. Tip number 2, reflect. What could you have done better? When a lot of survivors get downed and chased, the first thing they can say is usually how this killer is BS or this map is trash. But very rarely there's a situation where there was nothing you could have done better. Maybe you were sitting on a gen in a dead zone. Maybe you should have ran OTR DS. Maybe you didn't look behind you enough in chase. Maybe you shouldn't have pre-dropped every pallet on the damn map. Whatever the case may be, in Dead by Daylight, you certainly can't control the killers you get matched up with, how they play, or the perks they run. What you can control, though, is your own reactions and responses and whether or not you choose to learn from your mistakes and move forward. Which brings us into the next segment. Tip number 3, the next move mindset. During moments of frustration as a survivor player in DBD, the one thing that can really help take you away from the frustration is to think of what you're going to do next. Did you get slugged? Okay, now next game let's bring Unbreakable. Keep getting bad maps? Well, let's try a map offering. Keep getting killers you don't like? Maybe next time play killer and give yourself a break. Or did you just simply have a bad chase? Try and think of ways that you can extend the chase better the next time. Whatever the case may be, once you've reflected on how you could have handled it better moving forward, and focusing on the next move will help take your mind away from the stress. Tip number 4, play with like-minded people. It goes without saying that playing with certain people can be draining, but too often I've seen people get very tired of the game simply because they choose to play with people that have a very unhealthy mindset towards the game itself. I know for a fact if I'm playing in a Swift and someone with me is being toxic towards the killer or even in general over DBD, it most likely will be the last time I play with them. So finding a good group of friends to play with who share a healthy mindset towards the game will really help bolster the fun of your sessions and really fuel the fun and enjoyment you get out of a play session. There are many forums to help you find players, Discord servers with looking for group channels. Explore and don't be afraid to add people in-game as well. Tip number 5, don't get overly invested. Have something in the background. Survivor can have a lot of downtime in between looping the killer, doing generators, waiting in queue, waiting for the game to end so your friends can start a new one. Having something in the background can help you focus on something else and take your brain away from the stress of the game. When I'm playing Survivor, I will usually be listening to music, maybe drawing, working on a video. A lot of this video was made while playing Survivor, or even just texting with friends. Whatever it may be, having something to distract you from the game makes it a lot easier to pull yourself out and makes it easier transitioning into the next game. Tip number 6, and this is one of the most important as well. This is one that a lot of people tend to ignore. Learn killers' powers. A lot of people don't like playing against certain killers, Skull Merchant, Pinhead, Bubba, etc. This can also cause players to not learn how to counter their power. Learning how to counter certain killers' powers can really help alleviate the stress of playing against them. So be sure to learn as much as you can about countering them. A lot of people don't like Skull Merchant, and I have a guide on how to go against her. So learn more about all the killer's powers, and maybe next time you go against one you don't like, it won't be so bad. One thing that can really help is also just playing as certain killers. If you don't like a killer as Survivor, maybe try playing as them, and you'll see what survivors do to counter you. And this will really help you going forward the next time that you go against them. Did any of these tips help you? If they did, be sure to give the video a like, and if you want more videos like this, subscribe. I will be doing a killer version soon where we'll dive into the many strategies I use to avoid tilt as a killer player. Did I miss anything? Let me know down in the comments any tips you use to avoid tilt as a Survivor player, and if you'd like to see more of me, check out the Twitch channel as well. Peace!